Whenever I upload, I get this feeling, and every time you click, I swear I can fly. When you see this on your dashboard, you'll never be bored by this new Kirblog. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So I hope this will be one that I'm presuming that this is something that people are interested in my thoughts about. I'm dedicating, half of this one to be just about, of course, we had the Smash Brothers Direct that just came out a couple days ago before this, and I figured why the hell not, and do my thoughts about it, because there's quite a bit to be excited about, and quite a bit that I'm particularly excited about. Sure, why not? Nobody asked for it, but here it is. I'm being presumptuous and assuming that you all wanted to know what I thought. So first of all, of course, the accidental, or maybe not, because who knows if these are ever intended or not, the leak of Vampire Killer, or whatever the Castlevania theme was, went up accidentally, and somebody found that out on the Nintendo YouTube channel, and of course, so Simon Belmont, was basically revealed ahead of time. As soon as that first trailer happened with him, going through the castle and everything, I can't believe Luigi is dead, the poor bastard. All of those trailers, the animation is just so gorgeous. So they're a real treat to see those. But Simon Belmont, very, very happy about that. Going back several years ago already, to back when the Smash 4 character ballot was happening. This coming from a guy who has basically never really played a Castlevania game before. Like, to my recollection, I've never actually played one. But Simon Belmont was the character that I voted for on the Smash ballot back in the day, specifically because having seen, countless Let's Plays and, speed runs in particular from the various GDQs over the years of really all of the major Castlevania games, I was really just kind of expecting at some point, or maybe not expecting, but hoping that Simon Belmont would be a character, because his moveset just lends itself to so many interesting things. So I was really, really hoping for him, and he looks, from the gameplay footage, he looks like he plays exactly the way that I pictured him to. So I'm very, very, very excited to try him out, and Richter as well. Cool little toss in there. Was kind of expecting Trevor over Richter because of with Castlevania 3 is a big one, and Trevor's been in a lot of the games as well, and of course with the the animated series happening and everything, he's fresh in my mind. But Richter's cool too. Shout outs and congratulations to David Vincent, who is one of the few people that gets to voice more than one playable character in Smash Brothers because of him reprising his role as Richter from the updated version with the redone, better voiceover of Symphony of the Night. Although, of course, I did love the shout out of the you don't belong in this world quote, properly with the word switched around so that it doesn't sound like it was, English, I guess you could say. Super cool with that as well. The Dracula Castle stage looks amazing as well. Onto the other stuff, of course. I was kind of surprised by Dark Samus. Wasn't entirely sure if she was that much in demand, I guess. I'm particularly more of a fan of SAX because I love Metroid Fusion, but looks cool. I might try her out. I'm nothing really much to say about that one. On the other hand, though, I am over the moon excited and happy and proud of the good Mr. Matthew Mercer. I can still vividly remember when he was doing There Will Be Brawl, his voiceover career was taking off. Now, of course, obviously he is, Matt fucking Mercer, known for everything that he does with Critical Role and on all of his big parts he's done and everything. But to see him as a playable character in Smash Brothers is just an absolute pleasure and a joy, and I'm so happy. I feel like that's such a win for the fandom as a whole, for him getting to be Chrom. I guess my one minor, that's kind of a bummer thing is the fact that it looks like he's the fourth character to basically have the Marth moveset. I thought that he was an Ike Echo Fighter, but it looks like he might be. He might have the same basic B moves as Marth and Roy and Lucina, so not super thrilled about that. But I'm just happy that he's a playable character. I would have loved to have seen him previously, so I'm happy that he's in there, and that's super cool. I'm just really excited for Matt to get to be in the game. Other things. I guess real quick, as they were showing off all the assist trophies. Now, I have noticed they have not shown the Shadow the Hedgehog assist trophy anywhere, but they have been showing off the Knuckles one quite a bit. So I have a sneaking suspicion that Shadow may in fact be an Echo Fighter announced later on. That's my only real proof. I've seen some people say that maybe perhaps Mega Man X as well for Mega Man. Maybe I could possibly see that. I'm not entirely sure. I would certainly not complain about if either of those happen. That would be excellent. I know people have been, I think, more theorizing that specifically because of the Zero Assist trophy, but we'll see. Other stuff. The new items look kind of interesting. I'm very actually interested in these new modes. I'm not necessarily holding my breath for whatever that little green mystery thing is to be any kind of like adventure mode necessarily. I'm never expecting anything along the lines of like Subspace Emissary to ever happen again. If we get something like that, even like half as big as that, fuck yeah, I'm not holding my breath. But we'll see what happens. I'm actually something that I am really excited about is the classic mode. I was not a big fan of the classic mode from Wii U. I did enjoy actually I was talking to somebody about this. I really did enjoy the single player campaign stuff of not campaign, the single player modes of the 3DS game. The classic mode of that was pretty nice and straightforward. Smash Run was excellent. Even the mini games like the explosion, the Angry Birds, Smash Blast or whatever the hell it was. All those were great. Certainly hoping that the single player stuff in this game will be better. But just looking at the classic mode, it seems like nice and short. I think it's only about like 6 or 7 battles, and it seems like each character has a specific set of characters that they fight against, which I like because that's almost kind of semi like a story mode in and of itself. Where like I'm assuming Kirby will fight like Dedede and Meta Knight at some point or whatever, and like that sort of thing, which I think is cool. So I'm and especially considering how we're gonna have to unlock the majority of the characters, I think that'll be fun to go through. So I'm totally open to that as far as I'm concerned. Other little additions, the Tourney Mode looks nice. Smashdown is kind of interesting. I've actually played not exactly like that before, but that's kind of like when I play on random and just like pick various characters. Kind of neat. I'd be Amy and I think would have a lot of fun with that mode, just to screw around with a little bit. I am actually a fan of having the stage select before the match. I do like that, so I'm actually down for that just slight change in strategy or whatever. Although I wouldn't even be surprised if they have like a way to switch it out, so you could just have it be the old way where you have character first and then stage afterward. That's cool to me. All the stages look phenomenal, especially the remastered Melee ones. They're all gorgeous looking. In fact, actually, one of the big things that I'm the most excited about, even beyond like obviously the characters and everything, is the fact that most of the 3DS stages, the ones of significance, are all going to be in there. It's so weird. Like I find myself looking back on Smash 4, I liked the 3DS version overall a lot more than the Wii U version in terms of just like stages and like single player stuff and content and everything. Like I have better memories in terms of like, at the very least, I think playing it by myself anyway. Cause I mean, obviously the Wii U version I played for years with all my friends. So it's more for the social aspect. I like that one, but yeah, no, excited to have all the 3DS levels in there. And then of course, King K. Rool, I am still getting over that. I really could absolutely not believe that when as soon as they were playing that trailer and they cut to DK and Diddy and it was very obvious he was coming in. I couldn't believe it. It was so weird because, like, I mean, I was a huge Donkey Kong Country fan growing up, as a lot of you guys know. And Amy actually had more hope for K. Rool happening than I did. I think she'd really only played the GBA version of Donkey Kong Country 1. But she was like, no, I want to see K. Rool. He'd be great. I was like, I would love K. Rool. And Scott Kaiser Neko was saying, like, he seemed like such an obvious one. Back in the day, yes. But, like, in the last, like, decade, not really, because he's not been in any games, not even like the Mario like sports spinoff games or anything, which his design is to me a little bit more akin to that version, although his detail is insane. But he looks like so much fun, and like the final smash with like the DK64 game over thing and everything. It's like so much good attention to detail, and he's as far as I understand, kind of semi not counting Diddy Kong because he started as a kind of a redesign of Donkey Kong Jr. K. Rool is, as far as I know, he is the first playable character in any Smash Brothers game that was not made in Japan, because he was made from the ground up in England with Rareware. So that's a feat. And also, actually, while I'm reminded, shout out Shovel Knight. Very happy he's in there. Was not expecting him to ever be a playable character. I'm happy he's an assist trophy. Big major ups to Yacht Club and all that. So but that's everything about this is exciting. Yeah, to close that out, my last thought is, and I'm sure I've probably expressed this pessimism before on streams and maybe other Kirblogs or something, and even when like Smash 4 was coming out or whatever with my predictions and stuff. That said, probably more than ever right now, I actually think Gino has a decent shot of being that last character. I don't know how many more updates like this are going to be doing over the next few months until December when the game comes out. But yeah, I actually think, just as of late, because of that this recent update with Rool and Simon Belmont specifically, and somebody else probably several people by this point on Twitter have pointed out the correlation regarding the Mii fighter outfits and everything. It's a solid point. We'll see. I don't know 100% for sure, but more than ever, I have like a good feeling that may possibly happen. But we'll see. We'll see in the coming months. So yeah, that's about everything I had to say about the Smash stuff. Another little thing I wanted to throw in here as well was a couple weeks ago now, I saw the Teen Titans Go to the movie. So I've gone on a whole discussion about my, to sum up my thoughts on Teen Titans Go are that I have absolutely really no problem with it at all. I haven't watched any actual episodes in quite a while, so I'm certainly behind on it. I've not been keeping up with it as much as other shows, even on Cartoon Network specifically. But I like the show, and I'm not of the, mindset of, oh my God, it's the downfall of modern day animation or whatever, like the, world seems to think. But that said, I definitely wanted to go check out the movie. I was hearing generally really good things about it. And so I went to go see it with a batch of friends, and it was not even like, oh, it was better than I expected. It was a really, really good time. It's, I guess in some sense it was about what I expected in terms of just like, it was really funny all around. Really good gags, a lot of stuff in that. Without spoiling too much, I'm going to keep this one as kind of a general review without any spoilers or anything. It was, it was about what I expected in terms of just comedy and everything. Some of the gags were like just killing me. There's a sequence in particular that involves time travel with it's just a small section of the movie, but it's got a couple bits in there that just completely caught me off guard, and I was howling at them. And also good overall story. You probably wouldn't expect too much beyond just like the comedy itself, but no, it actually had like a pretty solid point to it. And in fact, it was it was pretty good about kind of acknowledging like the reality of the show's existence and just kind of the state of Teen Titans, and specifically Go's place in the world in terms of just both animation and comic book characters, comic book movies, this franchise as a whole, and just even within like the Titans IP in general. Actually, I think my only real like critique is that there was actually like a fair amount of commentary about, I guess, just like superhero movies in general, and I actually kind of wish that like that aspect was maybe pushed a little bit more, because like I guess, but then again, the fact that it is still at the end of the day a kids movie. I guess I can't fault it necessarily for trying to work in deeper metaphors than what was already there, and as opposed to trying to take away anything from certainly the comedy, but also just the focus on the Titans themselves. And it was also certainly a Robin movie, probably more than anything. But I would still say that all the Titans got like a pretty fair amount to shine with. And also, Will Arnett's Slade was okay. I'm a huge fan of the guy, and he's a fantastic voice actor. Like he is a celebrity that is very, very good at voiceover. That said, maybe just because like I've been hearing him in so much lately, I feel like him being Slade was not even like a weakness of the movie. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of my critique of the movie isn't even really anything that like detracts from it being an overall good experience. But I don't know. I feel like it didn't. I guess it didn't like do too much for me in terms of it being like unique. I guess hard to say. I mean, certainly, there was a part of me that's like, oh, it would have been cool if they actually got Ron Perlman to come back. And not that necessarily his performance would have, I guess changed my mind that much, because clearly they had like a particular sort of idea for this version of Slade. And, just in general, it was cool to see, a Go version of Slade after, however many years it's been. And I think I even remember like a friend of mine telling me that like Slade was like going to be the big thing about that movie. We're like, we're finally doing Slade, everybody. Here he is, the Jade Wilson thing was also kind of funny. A little wink, wink, nod, nudge, nudge sort of thing with, if you know Titans comics at all. I guess just real quick, semi-spoiler thing in case, you want to turn back now, but it's also like, even if you haven't seen the movie, you've probably heard about this already because they were doing, not just articles about this everywhere and, without any, sense of wanting to keep it a surprise for people after a certain point. As far as the post-credit scene goes, I don't really have, other than obviously what Tara Strong said on Twitter, I don't have any other, I guess, evidence from, my own, I guess, talk with people about this sort of thing. I don't necessarily know if that really means that we will get, another season of, the original Teen Titans animated series. I'm not even really asking for one. I mean, I'm in the camp of I was satisfied with the ending to the series, followed by the, more of an actual ending provided by the Trouble in Tokyo movie. So, if we get more, like if something to do with, I guess, the, ticket sales or whatever of the go to the movies movie affects, the interest level or possibility of that happening. I don't know. If it does, cool. That's neat. I truthfully at this point I'm much more interested in Young Justice coming back, which of course is still on its way. Otherwise, shrug. It's cool. I mean, again, if it happens, neat. Much like with if Gino and Smash Brothers happens, I'm not holding my breath still super super hard, but we'll see. Yeah. Also, a little quick side note as well. This one I don't even want to give a full on review to, but I will just say I did also go see Sorry to Bother You. In case any of you listening to this were intrigued or even remotely interested in that movie, without even saying anything about it, I will say I would recommend you go check it out. It is the only thing I'll say is that it is not what you would expect at all. It's very unique, very bizarre, and very good. Like very, very, very good movie. So I would also recommend that. And on a totally separate level, I would also recommend the Teen Titans Go movie. Not just because of, oh my God, I might bring back the original Teen Titans show, or oh my God, I'm such a big fan of Teen Titans Go, the series. Just, it was a fun time. It's worth checking out. I really enjoyed it, and it's worth a laugh and a half. So yeah, I think that's everything. I guess I'll just wrap up with working on lately. Of course, you guys probably know I had a big milestone with finishing a bunch of the animation on the Kickstarter characters for the Tome RPG. We did the new update stream earlier this week. I sincerely apologize to everybody watching for the unexpected, annoying technical difficulties with showcasing the gameplay footage we wanted to show, but we will have much more to show and talk about. I'm going to be doing some updates on the Kickstarter page over the next month or so, so keep an eye out for that, and we're continuing to work as per the usual. I was just doing some more animation today. It's coming along very well. I've only got a very tiny % left of the enemies in the whole game left to do at this point, so that's nice. And yeah, and then otherwise, I'm working on a new anime series, which I'm very excited about. It's been turning out very well. And I've got some other stuff. I've actually got a lot of voice recording to do this month, so it's going to be a little bit of a busy one, but exciting. Busy is good. So that'll do it. Still haven't gotten any interesting questions, so if you have any questions to submit for the mailbag section that I haven't done for the last, month, because I haven't been getting any interesting questions or any questions at all, really. Leave a comment or shoot me a Twitter message or Facebook or whatever. I don't care. Let me know, and maybe I'll talk about something, little mini topic at the end of the next one. So let's see. I hope you guys are liking these at all. I don't know if this is even remotely the kind of content that you want anymore. It's really hard to determine. I've just been kind of flying by the seat of my pants with this stuff and just trying to make sure that I constantly have something to talk about and something to update with every week. I've been at least less stressed out with, having to produce content consistently by doing these kind of general update Kirblogs. But I hope that you like them at all, and whatever. I don't know. Let me know. But thanks for listening if you have been, and let me know your thoughts and if on Smash stuff and Teen Titans Go the movie. And sorry to bother you, Thanks for listening. I will catch you all later, and have a good one. Bye.